lot of people sort of say they would like to write, but don't really know how to write, and I don't write, so I don't really know how to tell them how to write. And then over lockdown, we did some women's workshops, and I saw this wonderful poetry workshop delivered by Sophie Stevens, who can't be here today because of COVID. So I'm going to read something that she did on this workshop, which was absolutely incredible, and I just thought, wow, that's it, that's how you can start writing. So it's about you as an individual, and it's called I Come From, which only you can write, because there's only you that's come from where you've come from, who's had the experience that you've had, the life that you've had, so nobody else can write this like you can write it. So I'll read this one from somebody else, from Sophie, and then Molly will do hers, and then we're all going to do this exercise. It's really beautiful. It's not an exam, nobody's going to read it, nobody's going to test you, but it is just about how do you start writing about you, from the heart, from the head, from whatever. Okay. So I come from a suburb waiting forever for the train to London. From smashed windows, graffiti, fog on the platform, skinheads and fights if you look the wrong way. I come from clean handkerchiefs, dinner money, God. Please and sorry 100 times over. Draft excluded and double glazing. I come from Chambers Dictionary, maths tables, 11 plus, look and learn. An almost complete set of I Spy books.
I come from hard work and achieving my dreams. I come from terrible handwriting. I come from the deepest fear I continue to overcome. I come from Sarni's crisps in a penguin bar. What more could a person want? I come from the earth, and I've been here before. I come from biscuits and brews.
I come from a season that is bright and warm. I come from an evening that doesn't hit dusk until dawn. I come from a playhouse that is worn and torn. I come from a street where a mouse is never to be seen. I come from a town where people are mean because I wear blue and green. I come from a mother who lives in a dressing gown. I come from a community that never forgives.
I come from, Mom, I'm on the internet, get off the phone. Leave me alone, I hate it when you moan, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, watch when you get home. I come from all of the above.
I come from introductions to cultures within cultures, genres within genres. I come from opportunity. I'm from confusion. I chose to explore where I came from and introduce my relations to the possibility.
I come from speaking in riddles for the reason I have told. I come from telling the truth, though I may twist it a little. I come from fantasy and fairy tales and worlds in my mind. From not saying the simple things, because truthfully, who am I? When I can always change, where I can always come from. So where I come from, can you guess the simple things that is easily said, which I haven't said here?
I come from goat's milk and spices, finger food and fig juice from Elysian fields. A grandma who loved utensils, but hated squirrels. And a granddad that could hardly hear her shrieks. A perfectly dysfunctional balance of shrill and soothing. I come from the quintessential multicultural household, bursting with emotion, often unnecessarily, but always resolved with food.
That's got us started a little bit. On your desk, you've just got a little label, if you can see it. If you can just write your name or your nickname, and your pronoun that you want to be known as on the project.